Hey everyone, Josh here with another close-up look at a Star Wars toy. And today we're going to unbox Moff Gideon and the Outland TIE Fighter from the Mission Fleet collection. So let's go ahead, before we take him out of the box, let's just go ahead and do a quick look at the packaging and everything that's on here, which, to be completely honest with you, it's not a whole bunch. It's really just showing you the contents of the box and the dimensions. So let's just go ahead and open this guy up and see what is in the package. So, of course, this is we have some literature that comes out on the product. And, of course, this is the TIE Fighter and the character from Mandalorian, and the fighter's actually from season 1. You may remember it's very famous scene at the end of the first season. But so we have an envelope of accessories. We'll go through that. A little more literature. And right off the bat, I'm seeing TIE Fighter wings. And we'll get into those. And then on top here we have Moff Gideon himself. Just gonna pull him out of here, and as you can see, he's got the cape and his arms are out because he does have some articulation. We'll go through that here in a second. And then the final item in the box is let me just cut this out of here, is the part of the TIE Fighter where the pilot sits. So the little ball for the TIE Fighter. So let's just take a quick look at the character Moff Gideon and check this guy out and see what his articulation does. So one of the first things you'll notice is, of course, he's got this cape. And so these characters actually have, or this figure line has, removable capes. Not a whole lot to it, just a pin in the cape, and then there's a hole in his back. And then going through his articulation real quick, we should have, and this is actually a really great face sculpt. It looks pretty good for this the size of this thing. So, but just looking at his head, you should have up and down and full rotation. And yeah, it actually feels like it's on a ball joint, so that's pretty good for this little guy. And then on his shoulder, you should have full rotation, and up and down, you should have wrist rotation. And I'm actually seeing on his other hand here, they have a trigger finger out, actually, so we'll see if that interacts with anything. And then, of course, on his legs, you should have forward and backwards. So very cool. Pretty, for the size of these figures, this is actually, at least on the arm and the shoulders, this is actually pretty good articulation for these guys. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's take a look at the TIE Fighter and see. So, of course, we have the pilot. And if you guys remember from the show, his TIE Fighter did something a little different. It was actually, I'm trying to see, I'm looking at the parts where they connect, and I'm trying to see if there's a right and a wrong way, and it looks like they just kind of universal and snap on there. So that's cool. And so, yeah, when you buy this guy, you're going to have to put a little assembly required. So there you go. There is what the TIE Fighter looks like. And then I'm just looking around it, and I'm trying to see if there is any kind of moving parts or things to interact with on the actual TIE Fighter, because it looks like this bottom piece might come out, but I don't see why or how. But then, of course, we have the cockpit. You can get him in there. And then, as I was saying earlier, and yeah, I'm noticing the wings do kind of swivel a little bit. And I don't know if it's meant to do that or that's just something they overlooked. But remember in the show when he landed this ship, it actually, there we go, had, and I don't want to push him too far, but the TIE fighter wings actually folded down a little bit, and it's very cool that they actually did that so he could get kind of in and out. And I don't know that I'm pushing them to their limits because they don't really look even, but there we go. I'm just trying not to push them too much. I don't want to break them, but there you go. That's how far they collapse or fold up for when he landed it. From there, you can then take the wings in, of course. They're a little stiff, but they should straighten back out and look like a TIE fighter again. So from there, let's take a look at what is in the envelope that came with it. And of course, it's obviously going to be his accessories, but let's see what's in here. Okay, so a bunch of stuff. All right, so one of the things they have here is this little tripod cannon, and you have to assemble the base, and it's really pretty easy. You just kind of pop them together like that, and then on top of that, you're going to have you just snap the little cannon in. And also, I'll show you guys in a second, these little cannons install on the ship, so it's a pretty cool little feature they have, but we'll show you how this little thing works. And yeah, but yeah, it's just a tripod cannon that he comes with, and then the missile, of course, and then he has a little tiny blaster here, and also the Darksaber. So if you remember from the show, he carried this for a little while. So let's see how he interacts with these things and see how he does here. So we'll put the Darksaber in his hand, and you can see he's got a good grip on it. He's not letting go, so that's a good thing. All right, and let's just, to be thorough, let's check his other hand here, and yeah, very cool. So he gets a good grip on it. Doesn't want to let go. And then, of course, we have this little blaster here. And we'll go ahead and see. And, of course, remember the trigger finger was out. So you can see just how he interacts with that. It looks good. And looks like his wrist is popping out there a little bit. But you can see how he interacts with it. He's got a good grip on it. It'd be cool if they made a working holster on it, but they did not do that. And then, yeah, his wrists, they just keep popping out on me here, but you just push them back in. You should be fine. And there we go. He has the blaster in his other hand. Got a good grip on it. All right. But yeah, his wrists keep popping loose on me there. And of course, just real quick, I want to give him one final little test here, which I don't think he's going to have a problem with. Will he stand on his own? And yes, he will. Very good. I also wanted to show you guys how the little cannon interacted with the TIE fighter. So what you need to do here is pull the cannon out, and then if you look at the TIE fighter, you'll see there's little holes that they put in the top, and I believe, yes, there's one on the bottom. So what you can do is you take the cannon and it just pops right into one of these holes. So then you have a cannon on the bottom of your TIE fighter, and Also, you can do either side to side here. But very cool. And it's still, even when you put it on there, it's still like, it still works and fires. So all right, everyone, there he is. This is Moff Gideon and the Outland TIE Fighter from the Mission Fleet collection. And I hope you guys are enjoying the videos, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.